Joining me now is Ludre Stevens, the chairman of Democratic Alliance Abroad. That's a global network of South Africans. Thanks for being with us. What do you make of the fact that Jacob Zuma stayed away from that memorial service today? Was that a mistake?
I think it was a big mistake. I think it's very important in times like this that the president leads us from the front and help the country move past this very emotional tipping point that we're going through at the moment. For him not being there was a very bad sign. It put a lot of power in the wrong parts of people who've been kicked out from the ANC. So I think it was a fundamental mistake, and I think the country needed him to be there to lead the way.
Okay, he has nonetheless announced this judicial inquiry. Is that enough?
Well, from the DA perspective, we are quite happy with this, with the terms of reference of the judicial inquiry. We're also quite happy with the commissioners appointed, and we're quite happy that all the players are going to be investigated, from Lonman to the police to the minister, as well as the trade unions. What we are worried about, though, is they didn't say in the terms of reference that it will be a publicly available report, which is very crucial for us to move on as a country from this issue. We all have to be very clear what happened, and the state mustn't be in any position to classify that and not make it public. So.
And what do you make of the fact that it took the president so long to announce this judicial inquiry?
Well, we expect, or we think that is probably to do with the fact that he's quite caught up between the tripartite alliance. So the ANC, the Communist Party, and the COSATU, which is one of the major umbrella trade unions in South Africa, has a tripartite alliance, a coalition, if you like. And so Zuma, I think, waited first to see what COSATU was going to say before he decided how to handle it, which is obviously the wrong way to do it. He is the president of the country, he is the leader of the country, and he should set the tone, not trade unions, which is obviously part of this original problem.
This industrial unrest looks like it's set to spread. There's a strike at another mine now. What does the president need to do then to show leadership to put an end to this? Is he taking, for instance, trade unions seriously enough?
Well, the thing is, all of these are symptoms of underlying issues of unemployment and poverty in the country. Those issues aren't going to be solved with quick fixes or quick plasters. They need to fundamentally change several aspects of the country. Three in particular. Number one, they have to change labour legislation and regimes. Currently, the trade unions have too much sway in the tripartite alliance, therefore preventing jobs from being created and the economy growing. Second item is they continue to want to divide the existing pie through affirmative action and black economic empowerment, which doesn't at all help the lower the bottom billion, if you like, of the poor people. But then also, thirdly, they need to do the right things around investor sentiment when it comes to these threats around nationalisation of mines, nationalisation of farms. All of these things means fewer jobs are created because there are fewer investments. So all of the unrest, all of the service delivery protests, all of those are purely symptoms of the fact that unemployment and poverty is a big issue, and that needs to be structurally fixed first.
We can't, of course, predict what this judicial inquiry is likely to conclude. It's not exactly helpful to speculate, but I'm sure police training will be one of the issues that the inquiry is going to look at fairly closely.
Yeah, I think there's lots of speculation around, or lots of theories around what really went wrong. I think there's a combination of things: police training, police being prepared, them having proper equipment. So I think absolutely right. I think the police is going to probably bear the brunt of this, but we have to get to the bottom of these items in order to move forward from it.
Okay, Ludre Stevens, good to talk to you. Many thanks indeed for being with us here. Well, pay is also at the centre of a dispute which has left Nigeria's capital Abuja suffering fuel shortages, and it could now spread to the rest of the country. The government says it won't pay fuel subsidies to importers who are currently being investigated for fraud. They, in turn, are refusing to pay their workers who've stopped deliveries. Yvonne Ndege reports from Lagos.